Guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do Terminator, The Enemy Within, issue number 1 of 4 by Dark Horse Comics. So yeah, this is a continuation of the other Terminator comics that I reviewed, secondary objectives. I believe this whole saga is a 4-parter, and I don't mean 1, 2, 4, but volume 1, volume 2, 3, and 4. Secondary objectives was 2. This is 3, The Enemy Within saga, and there's something after that. So I don't have the first one, and I don't have the last one. So I have to look for that. Anyway, let's dive in. Oh, by the way, this is a Simon Bisley cover. Awesome. I love Simon Bisley. Anyway, we go to the future, where people are getting, killed left and right. And our buddy Dudley here has walks there naked, and then he is being discovered by this Terminator, and the Terminator yells at him, "Kill the woman, rip her heart out. This is your duty, it's your destiny." And this is basically, I believe, Mary, who accompanies him in his journey. And we also have this Jesus Christ symbol behind him. So Dudley says, "No, I don't want to do it. I've been free of you for a long time. I'm not going to kill her." And the Terminator, "Look at her. She's like all humans, a weak sack of meat, and fluid, illogical, impractical, imperfect. They all deserve to die." Now, a Terminator doesn't speak like that. But, this is a dream. And he orders them to kill the woman. And Dudley is in conflict with himself, and even the woman here yells at him. He says, "So what are you, runt? A man or machine? Make up your mind." And then he wakes up screaming, and then Mary is there, comforted, and even Astin here saying, "Hey man, you are being yelling all night, what's going on?" And Mary doesn't like his tone, and he orders him to, "Hey, why don't you make yourself useful and get us some coffee?" And Astin, pissed off as he is, well, not really pissed off, but he is not agreeable with the tone of her voice. So Dudley explains that the computer system in his head is try to, get his way again. Try to override the systems and make him a puppet again. And he's basically very afraid, and he asks Mary to hug him. And we see here that even though she's now hugging him, the computer part in his brain says, "Terminator female. No, goddammit." And he says, "Kill the woman. No. 8 points. No. 12 points, kill the woman, get out of my head." Astin looks at this. Astin not happy about it. Astin is in love with Mary, and he doesn't know how to handle all these situations and what to do. And he doesn't know why she is being so affectionate to Dudley, because he's a machine. And then we have in LA, we have our cop friend. What's his name again? Sloan. Yes, Sloan. Sloan is getting called by a guy from the FBI. And what I like about this comic is the unapologetic quips and comments and insults they throw at each other. He says, "Good morning, Alex. How's the feel to back on the job? Call me in an hour, and I'll let you know. Anyway, Miles, I didn't think anyone at the FBI started work before 10 a.m. He said those were the good old days. But, Miles, who's from the FBI. This looks a little bit weird, by the way. Anyway, doesn't matter. He says I'm not calling for a social visit. And he has also the files of Mark Sloan here with him. And he says that they found a body somewhere at the Hollister house. Now, why is the Hollister house so important? I'll explain it to you a little bit later. And he says, "Sure, the guy was blown in half. How do you know about it?" And he explains that the FBI always watches. Even if you go to the toilet and you pee again next to the toilet, they're going to know about it. And the Sloan says, "God bless America." I said, "What's the deal?" I said, "The body is rotating." I'm not sure what this means. "The body waste is about to hit the rotating appliance, and some of it's coming your way." I remember to buy an umbrella. So basically, I guess the shit hits the fan. I believe that's what they try to say. So the FBI guy says So this is a John Doe. We made fingerprints, but we can't confirm who he is. He has no records. He has no birth certificate. He's no military, no criminal or social security records, as if he doesn't exist. And he says, welcome to the Twilight Zone. I love it. Anyway, he says the only lead that we have is that the body has scars on it similar to found on combat veterans, but he says he's too young to go, went to Vietnam. So they don't know who he is. Well, I have a guess. He's from the future. And but Sloan says, what it got to do with me? And he says, our specialists find an anti-radiation drug. They never seen anything like it. He says, what? It contains a chemical bonds that exists only in theories on paper. It took us at least 30 years to develop that kind of a drugs. So he says, well, somebody beat you to it. And so the White House is jumping, and that's exactly what they are doing. And then we come back to the Hollister house, because there was the body was found. And he says, well, the company is working for us. Is doing some work for us. Do you understand what I'm saying? And Sloan says, I'm getting there is a national security, right? Exactly. And so anyone who comes into the house is a suspect. So basically he asked him, go into the house, find some evidence, and report back to us. And so he says, well, maybe you should play ball with the security over there with the suits, and you'll probably be fine. But he has also the Cyberdyne Systems report handing over by this very good-looking woman with almost no pants on. Very cool. And then he says, just be careful. And he said, maybe you can call us. Your cooperation will be appreciated. And said, anyway, Mark, this call never happens. But then Sloan says, then why make it on an unsecured line, Miles? Huh? Old pal. Well, it seems that the two went to school together, and then he has opened up the telephone because he thinks it's bugged, but he can't find anything. But what we see, Cyberdyne Systems. Okay. The plot thickens. So going back to our heroes. Dudley says, you need to operate on my brain. And everybody says, what? Why? Well, he, like I said before, the system is taking over. They are pumping endorphins into his brain, trying to make him hooked. So it seems that when endorphins are in some kind of a natural high substance, if they keep pumping in it, he's becoming addicted, and then his brain, will be taken over because Dudley cannot do anything about it because his addiction to the substance. And then she said, we're going to operate now. We have to put the things out of my head immediately, and they may make a plan, and here's some kind of a schematic how to do it. And he says, what about aesthetics? No, he says, well, most of them is fat-grown tissue, fewer nerve endings, minimal pain. He said, when are we going to do it? He says, now. And then Austin driving away to get the supplies that they need, but he still thinks about how he's being treated like shit, according to him. And he's more like an errand boy now. He thought that Mary and her and he will be together. That's not the case, but now he has the opportunity to look inside of the brain of a cyborg, of a robot. But then we go to somewhere in Texas, and there's some bikers. They want to pick up their friends or something for a ride, or do some criminal activities. And then they're getting, seeing the bodies here, and they go ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk. And also love the dialogue. Jesus Christ, look at him. He's a maggot hotel. I never heard that phrase before, but that cracked me up so hard. And then, out of nowhere, now Jesus Christ, look at this. This is so good. I love the Terminator series. I really love it. I mean, look at freaking this. This is a Terminator with spikes on it and devil horns. And I believe this is the Terminator from the last series, from Secondary Objective, that put himself together, and they are looking for Dudley and our trio of heroes. Freaking awesome. So he kills everybody instantly. We see the facial expression here. Look, bomb dead, bomb dead, bomb dead. And then other bikers are escaping. He picks up these saw thingies and throws them right into the skull. They falling off. Look at the bikes are crashing, and then this. Oh my God! It always it almost looks like he's smiling. This looks so awesome. I told you before, the explosions and the action in this comic is out of this world. It's balls to the walls. I love every second of it. And he says mission status: locating the Terminator, Dr. Edwin Austin, Colonel Mary Randall, Terminator 1825M, and that's Dudley. And then he takes the truck, guns, drives away. See the devil here, freaking fantastic. Nice nudge toward, and that's the end of this series. Well, not end of the series, but end of the of this book one. It's freaking fantastic. I cannot recommend this series enough. I need to get the other books as well. I got all 4 of this series, but not the last volume. If it's continued to be awesome just like this, I'm in for a hell of a ride. So guys, thank you for watching. I hope you liked the video. And yeah, that's all I got for today. I see you next time.